Too good to be true. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Emmie from Emmie Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding. I'll take that off. Thank you for finding me. So I'm redoing this morning's Piscean reading minus the bullshit. I'd like to think it's minus the bullshit. We'll see. We shall see. So I don't know what the message is. I did not ask for what the message is going to be. I just decided I'm going to redo it because what happened earlier. Hold on. Let me take off this donut. See. What happened earlier was total bullshit. Yeah, because they got bullshit. So I took down the video from this morning, as she said it. Realized. I took it down just because I don't want to be spreading that kind of demonic energy. I said it. It was demonic. Demonic! Okay. Here we go. So as I'm preparing the cards, just got back. Just got back home. Oops. Oh, that's a lot of cards. There we go. Let's see what the message is going to be for this. Okay. A lot of really intense things going on for Pisceans. Some of us are aware of what these intense things are. Some of us are not aware. Really, I don't know that it matters whether you're aware or not. I think what's important is you just kind of have to not fight your own flow. Okay. So you have to release that fear of really confronting whatever it is that you need to confront, whether it's confronting yourself, whether it's confronting someone else. Now, confronting is not the same thing as arguing, okay? It's not about attacking. Fucking yeah. I knew it. Confronting is not the same thing as attacking someone else. It's really just standing in the light of your truth and just like, what's up? What's up? You know, I don't know if you really need to be like, what's up? But that's kind of just how sometimes I tend to confront. All right. Let's see. What's DM? What's DM short for? Can y'all explain to me what is DM short for? I'm not down with the vernacular. What's DM mean? Oh, divine masculine. Oh. I was thinking direct message. Yeah. I don't know. Are they full of bullshit or are you just not getting what you want? You know, and I don't know the answer to that, but it's definitely a question we have to ask ourselves. Sometimes when I'm not getting what I want with, from my husband, I think he's full of bullshit. But in reality, it's because I'm not getting what I want. Isn't that right? See? He's down there fishing. He's like, yep, it's true. It's true. All right, let's see. Well, I can't. Okay, we'll sit there. Maybe next reading.
Get back.
You have to scold her. Don't back away from Joy! Joy! Stop it. She's trying to come out. Joy, come here. Don't you be rude to him, Joy. She's been picking on him. Girl, stop it. I do not like that. She's a bad girl. She's a bad girl. She's like, no, I'm not. I'm cute. Come here, Joy. Come here. Come on. Gotta get up. You gotta get up, chuchadas. You gotta get up. You really have to stop being mean to him because everyone's annoyed with you at this point. Everybody's annoyed with you. Nobody's like making excuses for you at this point, girl. All right. We're almost done, guys. One last deck. So, y'all don't fall for her hype. She's been a total dick. Like, she keeps charging my brother. Literally. And then when he doesn't look, she'll sneak up and she'll bite him. Hey, be a good girl, okay? Okay, I'll stop messing with you. Go do something. Go do something with your life, girl. Go do something. You know what she's going to do? She's going to poop right in the middle of the walkway. Okay, I shouldn't joke around like that because she might actually get some idea. All right, here goes. Let's get started with this, okay? Remember, drama-free zone. This is a drama-free zone. There we go. All right. Card number 17, focus. You're needing to really, really focus on what it is you're trying to achieve, okay? What are you trying to achieve right now? What type of growth? Ooh, what? So my battery had dipped below 40. It was like 37 or something like that, 37%. And now it's at 40. Y'all are energizing the battery. Just saying. So focus. Maybe that message is for me. I'm focused. Card number 5, cultivate love. Whatever your focus is, it has to be something that will help you to further cultivate love within yourself and around yourself, okay? Focus alone is not going to help you if you're focusing on something detrimental. So many of us have the ability to hyperfixate, hyperfocus on a specific individual, as though if this individual would just behave the way we want them to behave, everything would be copacetic. And that is a total lie. If you can't be centered within yourself, regardless of what's going on in your environment, then you're probably not centering yourself, period. Okay? Immersing yourself in an environment that makes you feel centered is beautiful, but it does not necessarily help to center you. Sometimes what ends up happening, if I'm not making sense, sometimes what ends up happening is that we just really buy into the hype of something without actually installing the product. So if you buy into the hype of an app, like, oh, that's the best app ever, it's so pimpalicious. I'm old. It's so pimpalicious. And then you never really actually use the app. Like, what was the whole point of that, right? So you can do all of these practices that sound good, that on the surface level, theoretically, will elevate your understanding of yourself. But unless you actually put it into practice, it's just for show. And it's at that point where you got to just call yourself out and call bullshit. Because that's what it is. It's bullshit if you're going to just, oh, that was an aggressive way to speak. Shit. I don't know any other way to put it. It's bullshit. You know, don't fool yourself into thinking you're making the progress just because you have, like, you're buying into the hype of whatever it is you're doing. I don't know if that makes sense. So, card number 37. Focus on the light. You have to make sure you stay focused on what it is your soul is shining a light on. These are the things that you're needing to actually address. How does the soul shine a light on something? By bringing your attention to it. Okay? I thought this was a no bullshit reading. So Michael tells me, that's the very reason the whole stupid ass twin flame topic keeps coming up for every reading. So card number 33, water. This means you're in your element. Okay, whatever is going on in your life, you are in your element. Stop trying to convince yourself that you can't handle it. Because you're in it, that's proof that on a spiritual level, You absolutely can handle it. And now you're being asked by your soul to understand on a human level that absolutely you can handle it, because you can. No matter how hard your life has been, you have survived everything you have been through. Let that sink in. Let that just like really sink in. Every single thing you have been through, you survived it. But are you here just to survive? Because that's the bare minimum. That's the bare minimum, okay? I'm not just here to survive. No matter what, I'm going to survive. Just I know that. That's a fact for me. No matter what, I'm going to survive. If I have to drag myself by my pinkies only, I will get out of that hole. I will always survive. But am I simply here to survive? No. I'm here to thrive. I'm here to reach a certain level of, I heard confidence. I guess confidence can be interpreted as trust in yourself. I'm here to reach a certain level of trust within myself, that I can begin enjoying life, even as I'm being challenged, even as difficult topics, difficult experiences, difficult situations and connections are being brought to me. I can be fully present and really, really reap the benefits of whatever it is I'm experiencing. Okay? So, new vision. Oh. So, I don't know if y'all saw. There's someone crawling. Oops, looks like you got a twin in the grass. So it's not a snake in the grass, it's a twin in the grass. I'm joking. So while you're over here trying to do whatever you're doing, I don't know, stretching, trying to create flexible strength, whatever that is, there's someone approaching. All right. It can be one of two things. One of two things. Either that's the approaching. This is early information that someone who you need to connect with is approaching. Not necessarily romantic, but this is someone you do need to explore the connection with. Or secondly, someone's watching you. Someone is being very disrespectful of your personal, private, sacred space. And I don't know where do you think that goes? Does that go into a pile of the things that you ignore? Does that go into the pile of things that need to be addressed in a specific manner, the level of intensity with your response? Like, where does that need to go? And that's going to be different for all of us. That's going to be very different for all of us. Okay. Card number 46, gratitude and appreciation. You are a magical mofoing unicorn. It's like there was a skip and I repeated it. You're a magical mofoing unicorn, okay? Embrace your magical self. Don't let people convince you that you're less than you actually are. Don't let people who want to be heard so that they can feel like they're smarter than you, more capable than you. Don't give them any of your ears. Throw some corn at their ass, because they want ears. They can have ears of corn. You don't need to listen to none of that shit. I get so sick and tired, because here's the thing. I'm totally, unless I'm deceiving myself, of course, I'm totally the type of person, like, I don't need to feel like I'm smarter than you by correcting you, by preaching at you, unsolicited preaching, where I'm going to tell you how to live your life because you fucking up this whole time. I'm going to tell you how to save yourself. No, shut the fuck up. Kindly, shut the fuck up before this turns into, okay? I don't believe in violence, but if you're going to keep up, I'm going to take my two little fingers That's what I'm gonna end up doing. And then you can't be mad at me if I suddenly find myself with my fingers shutting your mouth. Because Buddha pump. No, we don't have to Buddha pump anybody. Don't Buddha pump people. Not for real. I don't like violence for real. Like, unless you force me. So, 8 of Winter. I like this. You have what it takes if only you believe in yourself. Thinking that you're powerless when you're not. A lack of self-confidence that keeps you from getting what you want. And this is not about getting the man you want, getting the girl you want. Please stop attaching your accomplishments to people outside of yourself. You can achieve anything and everything in your life alone if need be. Does that mean you have to be alone? No. That means you can do it alone, but it's nice to have someone around to celebrate with you, to shoulder some of that stress with you. That's a nice thing. Are nice things requirements? Not always. So if you're going to wait to live your life until someone is there to share it with, just think on that concept real quick. Someone to share it with. That means you alone will be achieving this. You alone will be manifesting this. And you're simply sharing it with someone. Let that sink in, okay? Don't wait for other people to complete you because you are born complete. Promise. Whatever the fuck it is. I promise. I promise. Joy, there's monsters there. She's coming. She's coming. Joy, there's monsters there. Come back here. She's like, I never told my kids there were monsters anywhere. I come from a culture where if the adult wants you to do something, like you're going somewhere they don't want you to go, they'll tell you there's a moo-moo there. You know what a moo-moo is? Scary shit. As a child, you're not even told what a moo-moo is, but you just programmed to know you need to be scared right now. Joy! You scared the shit out of me, little girl. Get over here. Get over here. I thought you really went somewhere you shouldn't go. Stay here with me. Come on, up here. Come on. Come on. Up here. Come on. You gotta come up here. Joy. Come on. Girl. There. Stay up here with me, okay? Don't leave me. Stay with me. Okay? You got a pretty girl. Okay. So card number 24, lust. I don't know. Stop. Okay, let's stop. This is drama-free zone, girl. Stop. So lust, and I, for some reason, was tapping on this card. No, that's not the message. That's not the message. See, even Joy is growling. Whatever accomplishment you're trying to achieve, let's turn this into something else. Whatever accomplishment you're trying to achieve, is this a goal or are you lusting for something? Let's define lust real quick. Define lust. Shh. Hey. Shh. No, swallow it down. Just swallow it down. Shh. Just like that. Breathe deep. Deep breath. She's like, okay. A very strong sexual desire. Ooh. I was thinking there might be a definition that can you grab her? Hey. Here. Thank you. Can you talk to your baby about her aggression? She's like grabbing onto. So lust says, okay, what's the real meaning of lust? Lecherousness. A passionate or overmastering desire or craving. A lust for power. Ooh. Okay, so then now it's taking a whole nother turn. So is this lusting for power? Is this have you ever craved someone? Like craved the presence of that energy? I mean, I don't know. Just be careful that the things you do are not you lusting for power. Because when people lust for power, that usually stems from an internal issue, struggle with feeling powerless. That's like an overcompensation projected out. Okay. So just be careful about that. Perfect acceptance. Accept your path, accept your lessons, allow yourself to process, allow yourself to really think about what it is you're trying to get yourself into. So many of us rush into this concept of union. We have to be in divine union. I mean, if you look at it from like earlier generations, a union is marriage. Yeah. So these people, our elders who rushed into marriage because that's what you're told you're supposed to do, did it really create a happy home? Did it really create an environment that was conducive to productivity, positivity? Not always. Not always. Okay. So you have to just really allow yourself to accept the pace and the nuances of the details that your soul has set for you. Okay. You're not listening to someone else. No one else is dictating to you your life. None of that. It's really about you and your soul, your personal journey within yourself and how it's expressed outside of yourself. So we now have this lecherous okay, we now have this card, Power of Attraction, card number 13. Look at that. Okay, so this could potentially mean a reunification between your masculine and feminine aspects. Screw that external bullshit of like 22 minutes and 22 seconds. I ain't calling you no divine masculine until you show me proof of your divinity. Okay? I do know that every single last one of us have a spark of divinity. We are an expression of the divine condensed into flesh. But here's the thing. Sometimes the expression of that divine coding gets distorted by the flesh. So let's just remove this whole concept of something outside of you. Because really, you can't control something outside of you regardless of the dogma you choose to adhere to. What you can control is yourself. So instead of working on trying to get with somebody, trying to be in union with someone, let's think about reunifying our parts, really allowing ourselves to reunify these fractionated parts of ourselves that we've hidden away because we're ashamed, because we're programmed to believe less of ourselves. We're programmed to feel guilty, like all these like really distorted views of who we are. These distorted filters that we use to see ourselves. They're not even our filters. Have you ever tried to wear someone else's glasses who doesn't have the same prescription you do, or if you have 20/20 vision? I mean, that's it don't feel good, does it? It doesn't. So you have to make sure that your masculine and your feminine are able to look at each other eye to eye. Okay? You have these parts of yourself that we are consistently taught, told, pressured into believing we should quiet down, hide away. I mean, for a very long time, there was a very subtle thing of like, I shouldn't be so boyish. I shouldn't be so masculine. Well, when I got nothing but brothers, I kind of have no choice but to be tomboyish. I don't like girl stuff. Okay? I don't like girl stuff. I don't like purses. I don't like that stuff. I like hunting pants. I like men's shoes. I like men's watches. I just like men's things. And that's okay. That's okay. It's okay for me to look ultra feminine and still have a masculine energy. And if you look at the masculine, the men part of this, what does society do to a man who has more feminine attributes, more feminine characteristics? They're shunned. They're ridiculed and they're shunned. Why is that? Because society is structured in such a way where it cannot and will not allow you to embrace your totality. Why do you think even in spiritual circles, love and light, love and light? Oh, that's dark. Oh my God, that's shadow. Miss me with your bullshit. I'm a whole being. I have dark shadow. I have fucking thunder and lightning coming out my ass. I'm all about that sunshine. I'm all about the rain. I'm all about everything. Everything. I'm a whole being. I'm allowed to feel everything that I feel. I don't have to hide away when I'm angry. I don't have to hide away when I feel small because I'm a whole being. I don't have to present just this like carefully curated brand image where I have to be meticulously styled and I can only behave in a certain way. And if someone is disrespectful to me, I have to just be quiet about it because heaven forbid we offend anybody and step out of our box, our gilded cage. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. The people who are meant to be with me on this journey will be with me on this journey. And however long they're meant to be with me is however long they're going to be with me. And at some point, many will no longer resonate. They'll grow in such a way where they need to branch off and go somewhere else. And that's beautiful. Listen to your higher self. Even if it takes you away from me, listen to your soul. Listen to your divinity. Anything that tries to guilt you into staying, that is a cage. That is not love. That is not loyalty. That is emotional and mental manipulation used to create the bars that surround you as a cage. You're free to come and go with me. You're free to come and go because that's the truth of love. So, this is about breaking through the illusions. Time to break through the illusions. The card that I just put down was this card, which is often indicative of twin ray, twin flame, twin type information. Break through the illusion of coveting someone who is already unavailable. It's not because they have an evil karmic separating you. It's not. It's not at all. A person will be with who they want to be with. Bottom line, if they're not with you, it's because you probably are not aligned, meaning you want something that they're not seeing, that they're not fully agreeing to. And sometimes people just don't want to say, hey, you know what? I actually don't agree. I'm not drawn to you in that way. Sometimes they'll just play along and like, not to hurt your feelings. You know, I just won't say it so we don't hurt your feelings. So you have to break through this illusion of what this actually is. I was talking about this, I think, this morning, where there was never a separation between the two. At least with twin rays, there's never a separation. There's always a full connection. There's a full connection. It exists. It exists. Sometimes the volume is muted. Sometimes the whole communication system is kind of sent to voicemail. So, Two of Spring, a bright future manifested through hard work and creativity. Partnering with others who share your dreams. Great progress being made. So there you are. Let's release this like fixation on twin flame stuff. You have an entire soul tribe who has chosen to be born in this lifetime, and you guys will find each other. But their arrival into your life will be greatly... That was fucking rude, bro. Their arrival, your soul tribe arriving into your life, that's going to be interfered with. You're not even going to notice if you're so fixated on finding the twin, finding the twin. The twin is just one component of an entire system that's existing to support you. The twin is just one component. Okay? So if we're going to really focus on that whole twin thing, I can honestly say that I have developed myself so much. I have advanced my consciousness so much. I am aware of so much. I have access to so much spiritual truth. I have full access to Akashic records, all this beautiful, powerful stuff. I have no contact with any twin. Not for years. Not a single blip. How did I grow that much all by myself? Because we have to be in divine union, right? Because beyond this physical body, you're already in divine union. You've always been. It's just this very convoluted lie. It's a full-on lie that was spread to distract those who came here to really raise up the frequency of the human consciousness. How long does it take to get to this point of strength? You have to die inside at least 5 times. And you have to get to a point where every time you come back, less of you is there to fight it. So unless you've died within yourself at least 5 times, at least, just breathe, you'll get through it. You really will. You'll get through it. No, my husband is not my twin. I've never considered him a twin. I love him so much. And I have vowed, not just to him, but to myself, this is the only romantic relationship I plan to be in for the remainder of this life. And whether he wants to stay or not, I'm not choosing to move forward romantically with anyone else. Like, I don't like humans. I'm joking. Fat joke. So yeah, part of the reason why I've been able to advance so much is so many aspects of myself that were programmed into me through the course of my life. They've died away, and I've needed periods, sometimes long periods, sometimes shorter periods, to mourn the loss of that version of me. It's just one of those things where you have to kind of go through your process. You have to. You have to allow yourself to truly travel within your own consciousness. Move around. Allow the energy to flow. Allow the messages to flow. We all receive messages day in and day out. Why do we not hear it? Because we are so busy waiting for someone outside of ourselves to hand deliver a message. The truth is, how many of you, when I talk about things, when I share things, how many of you feel this like, oh my God, I was just thinking that earlier today. Oh my gosh, I've been thinking about this for weeks now. You weren't thinking about it. Your soul's been talking to you. It's not a voice different than your own. If it's your higher self, it's your voice. Just a higher level of reasoning, a higher level of grace and compassion. Yet we sit here and we're thinking, well, I don't hear my higher self. I just talk to myself. Well, that's what it is. That's what it is. That's what it is, I promise. So card number 40, show your support. It's time for you to show yourself that support. Don't take life so seriously. Don't take your journey so seriously. Allow yourself to have that space to really laugh at the ways in which, oh my God, I can't believe I thought I was talking to myself. You are. Your higher self. There you go. See? Life is not that complicated. It's not. We just choose to complicate the way we see things because sometimes when your level of intelligence is extremely high, something that simple can't possibly be the solution. It's not for a lack of intelligence. It's due to the surplus of understanding. And that's why we complicate our lives. So card number 23, listening. And there you go. Your higher self is listening to you. You are listening to your higher self. You're communicating with yourself day in and day out. These aspects of you that try and console you. Like when you're really ripping yourself apart because you feel like you've failed in some way. And this part of you is like, stop. It's not that serious. Just, it'll be okay. And then there's still that other part of you that's like, no, but I really messed up. I lost out on a freaking awesome opportunity. That's your conscious mind communicating with your higher self. Your higher self is the one consoling you. It's not you trying to kid yourself that it's not that bad. It's your higher self. Okay? So listening. Card number 14, let love grow. Every time you cut yourself down, you cut your ability to love. Ooh, that was deep. Can someone quote that? Quote that and email it to me, please. Every time you cut yourself down, you cut your ability to love. If your expression of your love is a rose, and every time you start cutting it, what blossoms are left to enjoy? Because, what do you do with roses? You cut it and you give it away. You cut it and you give it away. So what's left for you? And that's why you don't smell the sweetness of life, because you've given it all away. There is nothing intrinsically evil or wrong or bad about having for yourself. Think on this, okay? I think it's spiritually evolved to give everything away. I've given away all my food. I've given away all my clothing. It's beautiful. Namaste. I'm being an asshole. Off that. So I've given everything away, and now I'm naked in the streets and hungry. Spiritual. It's not. Because now you're someone else's problem. Have you ever thought of it that way? I'm going to keep giving and giving and giving and taking care of other people, and I'm going to deplete myself. I'm not going to eat right. I'm going to stress myself out. But it's loving. It's spiritual. And so now I'm sick. Who's going to take care of me? Who takes care of you when you're sick? When you're the rock of the family? When you're the one everyone goes to? When they have problems, when they're falling apart, when they need someone to hold them together, who do they go to? If they go to you, who do you go to when you're doing that? When you're experiencing that? Nobody. How many of you experience that? Where you are starting to feel resentful because you're there for everyone, and whenever you break down, no one's there for you. Is it because no one cares? Or is it because you've programmed them to believe you don't need anyone? You got this. You got this. And what do you really have? I don't know. That's something for you to answer. So it's not that we're going to stop helping other people. If it's within yourself to give, to help, I'm not asking you to not honor the need to give and help. I'm asking you to understand you're part of the group. You are here to give and help. You're part of that group. So why do you keep removing yourself from that? You're part of that group. You deserve to receive as much as you give out. And it's not keeping tally marks of how much you've done for someone, how much money you've given, how much help, how many hours. It's about understanding. This is a balance. I might give you 5 hours of my time, and somewhere down the line, maybe a week or two from now, I'm going to need 5 hours of help, and maybe it's someone else that's going to give it to me, and I'm not going to say, oh no, it's okay, I don't want to bother you, because that's not allowing yourself to receive. And this is something that's very, very difficult for empathic people to do, because we believe if I allow myself to receive, then someone else is missing out. Truth bomb, okay? Who the hell do you think you are that you are allowing someone to go without? And that someone I'm talking about is you. Would you withhold something from someone else Because, well, if I give it to you, someone might come down the line. They might need it. You wouldn't do that, right? So why do you do that to you? Who the hell do you think you are? I needed to hear that once upon a time as well, because Michael sat me down one day and he just, who the hell do you think you are? I was like, am I in trouble? What? I was confused. What did I do? I just helped somebody. And he was just like, who the hell do you think you are? And my ass was checked too. Both the ass cheeks were checked. Yes, martyrs. I did not realize my desire to help was my martyrdom. And then he took it a step further. He didn't just check one ass cheek, he checked the other by saying martyrdom is a form of emotional manipulation. Because why do I do that? Because I want people to feel good and I want them to think good of me. I'm manipulating them in my attempt to give, overextend. I'm not doing that just for nothing. You're going to need to think good of me, right? That's emotional manipulation. I mean, it's a nicer type of emotional manipulation, but it's manipulation nonetheless. And we have to begin really shifting the way we see how we do the things that we do, why we do it. Where does this come from? Does this come from just a genuine desire to help and it's not depleting me? You know, I'm still good. Or does it come from, I need to overgive because I suffer from an internal sense of abandonment and rejection. And if I don't give enough, then I won't be useful in their lives and they're not going to stay by me. They're going to leave me behind. And following the dots that Michael kept, I realized, oh shit, that's why I do that. That's why I used to do that. I don't do it as much anymore. I don't. It's still a journey to really not just establish the boundaries, but continuously learn and relearn. It's okay to enforce the boundary. It's okay to point out, hey, there's a little line right there. Please don't cross it. You know, just don't cross it. So card number 3, inspiration. All of us will have bees in our lives. The bees are part of our blossoming, our cycle. Some flowers cannot continue their life cycle without the bees pollinating. So they're a part of life. They're not something to kill or be rid of or any of that. Just like when people say this about the ego. The ego exists for a reason, okay? So the bees can either provide you the sweetness, the honey, or they can sting you. If you leave the bees alone and let them do what they're supposed to do, they leave you alone. But when you begin to fight the bees of your life, you will get stung. So be careful in how you fight your own journey, okay? Generosity. This one's a simple message. 48, generosity. Be generous with yourself. Be as generous with yourself as you are with other people. Ooh, that's a good one too. Can someone quote that and send it to me? Be generous with yourself. Be as generous with yourself as you are with other people. Oh, it's card number 40, not 48. All right. Let's see. Comparison. Do you compare the way you love other people versus the way they love you? Is that something that you compare? Like silently within yourself. Do you compare that? I know I used to. I absolutely used to do this. I used to go out of my way to really love and love and love even deeper on people. And then I would really hurt my own feelings because, oh my God, they don't know that I'm hurting? Yeah, because I never told them. How are they going to know? They're not. They're not. And then I get this expectation of people should really express their love the way I do, where it's like, you know, I totally will, I don't know. People have different ways of expressing their love. And you don't have the right to expect people to express their love the way you do. That's huge. And this is the reason I've been able to stay happily married for over 20 years. I learned this the hard way. I learned this the day my husband finally snapped and was like, who the fuck do you think you is? No, he finally snapped and he was like, it's like you want me to be you. You don't even like yourself. I've told you guys that several times already. And that's when I realized, like, wow, that is so true. Like, I'm expecting him to express himself the way I express myself, and that's just not how he is. Like, the way I express love, I will make sure everything is situated. If you have specific types of needs, I will make sure those are catered to. If you have dietary restrictions, I will find all the like alternative ways to make your favorite dishes and all of that stuff. And the way he loves is like, I know corn's going to kill you, but you love tacos. I just get you tacos this one time, okay? Every day for a whole week. So it's just one of those things. Like, they're both still very valid expressions of love, but they're expressed in different ways. I had to sit him down and tell him, I'm going to develop cancer. You want me to die? People who have chronic systemic inflammation are like 60% or 70% more likely to develop cancers. You want me to die? I had to tell him that. And then I had tacos today because I requested it. So 8 of Autumn. Do more research before proceeding. Education in the form of seminars, going back to school or apprenticeships, excellent craftsmanship, and long-term projects. So people often ask me, why do parasites even exist? What is up with parasites? Well, consider it a seminar. They're helping you learn things about yourself, about your environment that you have refused to learn in the classroom of light. So they come as a tutor. You're learning something very intense in the next couple of weeks. This is going to be a very, very intense period for you. Probably not intense externally. This is probably going to be a more internal intensity. And I mean, you're going to have to deal with it. I probably should work on the delivery of the messages, but that's just kind of how it comes out. You just got to deal with it. You got to figure it out. You got to work through it. You have to hold yourself accountable for whatever causation you choose, because it's that very causation that is bringing forth the effect. The law of cause and effect, okay? You are responsible for whatever you choose. And it's not a right or wrong thing, like you pick the wrong thing. It's that you pick the thing that's going to help you learn what you need to learn in the way you need to learn it. So suck it up, buttercup. I probably shouldn't have said that like that either. It's okay. It's okay. So I hope this reading makes up for this morning's fuckery. I took that live stream down because I will not be a delivery method for demonic energy. So instead, I redid this. I think I really like this reading way more than this morning. Way, way more. You guys, your truth will come to you whether I do readings or not. Okay? They will come to you whether I do readings or not. I am honored to be a part of your learning process to help you receive the messages that you're not confident in yourself enough to accept from your higher self. I really do feel honored to be a part of that. But just know you don't actually need me. You don't. I know this. You don't actually need me. That's why it's an honor for you to continue to show up and spend time with me. Because I know you don't need me. You choose to be with me. And that's a beautiful thing. I'm always thankful for that. So I'm at 7%. 7. I gotta go. Thank you guys so much for sharing this space with me. I might do expedites tonight, probably just scans and personal readings. If you guys wanted to have like an expedite for a personal reading, check in. If you haven't already joined the text notification that I have, the instructions on how to do that are in the description of this video, and you'll get a text message whenever I go live. So yeah, and I don't believe there's any cost to join that outside of whatever you your phone plan has for text messages. Okay, so I'm gonna get going. I'll try and set up for personal readings. I feel like I've just totally left you guys for weeks now. Thank you guys for being so patient. All right, I love you. Bye. All right.